What's up, everybody? Tony Cutillo Show right here talking drama. Nothing but drama. Always talking about drama in Philadelphia, aren't we? Always talking about drama. Make sure you like and subscribe, like I always ask you to do. Hit that notification bell. I'm sorry because I'm a one-man show here. So I am literally going through each and every social media platform and sharing away. But yo, Eagles drama fueling the airwaves. Very, very simple. I am Tony Cutillo. Make sure, again, you get involved in the program, whether you're on X, whether you're on Facebook, okay, whether obviously get over to YouTube at Tony Cutillo Show. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that like I keep saying, keep hitting it, people. Keep hitting it because we growing, baby. It's 2026, and I ain't taking no for a goddamn answer. And I've been listening all day. All day. We're going to get into our top three later where we talk a little Hassan Reddick, little Jonathan Gannon, little Aaron Rodgers. But right now, my man David already checking in says it's about the Rams. It's about the Rams. And listen. I want to start this off. Okay. And listen, we're gonna prelude this right into the 76ers and Nuggets game. Okay, so we're gonna get into that a little later. Talk about that Sixers and Nuggets game. They get on without Jokic, right? So that should be interesting to see what happens if the Sixers can continue the fuel. But I want to talk a little Eagles. Been a while since we talked the Eagles on the Tony Cutillo show. Okay, it's Black Monday too, where all these NFL coaches getting fired. Stefanski gets fired. Pete Carroll gets fired. Jonathan Gannon gets fired, which I understand. I'm actually a little surprised at Pete Carroll, but we'll get into that. But I want to talk about the Eagles, man. I want to talk about the Eagles, and I want to talk about it because so many people, by the way, I got my new fresh Unstoppable Art History 101. Got the Art History 101. Shout out Jay Pross. As always, man, always killing it out there at Art History 101. But can we just take a step back for a second in the reality? Because no matter if you were for resting the starters, not resting the starters, right? No matter what, there's no happy medium. But can we all just agree? Can we all just agree that the only thing that did was it fueled Philly radio? That's all it did. It gave everybody something to talk about. It gave everybody something to talk about. It gave both sides story. It was like if you were a radio host in Philadelphia, you never even had to play in a show today. You just had to show up. Had to show up, hit the callers, and boom. Very, very simple. And then you don't even have to fabricate an argument because you got both sides. Right? But I'm going to say something right now. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I am so tired of hearing both sides. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know what I saw today? I saw the best tweet out there. Okay? The best tweet out there today what about this entire situation. And it goes from John Stolonis, okay? Or John Stolnis, I'm sorry. John Stolnis, at John Stolnis, does a lot of Eagles talk, a lot of Phillies talk on Twitter at John Stolnis, okay? JOHNSTOLNIS. And this was his tweet 3 hours ago. We could see a scenario where the Eagles play Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, and Sam Darnold to get to the Super Bowl. I don't care if it's at home or on the road. Those are the quarterbacks I want to play if I'm the Eagles defense. Can we let's read it again. We could see a scenario where the Eagles play Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, and Sam Darnold to get to the Super Bowl. And again, who wouldn't want to be that team? So, all this debate all day long, can I just say one thing? Total hypocrisy. It's all hypocrisy. All of it. It's very simple. All of it's hypocrisy. Everything. Right? Because I guarantee, yes, I'm a Rock fan because I'm only going to say guarantee. Okay, shout out Dwayne Johnson, the final boss. But it's all hypocrisy. You want to know why? Because every single person on either side of the argument, rest the starters, play the starters. They've all probably, or I won't say probably, they've all said the complete opposite somewhere along this 17-game season. All right? They've all said something ridiculous on either side. But again, now everybody wants to play hindsight 2020. Everybody wants to play the card. Listen, I get it. I understand. Everybody wants to go all in. But what this scenario should have told you from the very, very, very beginning. When have you seen this Nick Sirianni-led team not be conservative all year? When have you seen this team not be conservative? This is a team that we've all talked about that have been too conservative, that haven't put the pedal to the floor, haven't put away their opponent. They just played not to lose instead of playing to win. So why on God's green earth would you think all of a sudden that was going to change? Like it can. I don't understand it. You're just arguing to argue. You really are. It's ridiculous. It really is. Listen, at the end of the day, this Philadelphia Eagles team, whether you're all out or you're all in, whatever you want to call it, okay? Whatever you want to call it, all I can tell you is no matter what, guess what? This is the team you're riding with. And at the end of the day, this is a team that if I'm anybody, especially in the NFC, I don't want to see. The team has the experience. The team has the players. And can I please go back? Again, this is the Tony Cutillo Show. Make sure you like and subscribe at Tony Cutillo Show on all social formats, going up on TikTok, Instagram, X, but most importantly on friggin' YouTube, man. Get on a goddamn YouTube show. Listen, I'm not a former, national, I was a national radio host for 3 years? But although I wasn't for 10 years or 15 years where all of a sudden I have this building, let's build this goddamn audience, man. Let's go. Let's go. You want something different? I'm going to give you something friggin' different. Let's go. So let me ask you this. Everybody who talked about the health of the team. Everybody, that Cam Jurgens, man. Something's got to be wrong with Cam Jurgens. Something's got to be wrong with Mailata. Look at Dickerson. He can barely move. Something's wrong with it. There's got to be something wrong. Oh, A.J. Brown with the hamstring. Oh, Dallas Goedert's always getting dinged up. Oh, Saquon Barkley. Oh, my God. He didn't pull something, did he? Oh, come on, Nick. We got to keep him for the playoffs. And then soon as the theory comes out, or I should say the decision comes down, Nick Sirianni going to rest my starters. Right away, everybody's got something to say about it. And then obviously, because we got a lot of Nostradamuses in Philadelphia, everybody's a Nostradamus, okay? Everybody's Nostradamus in Philadelphia because everybody could saw what was going to play out. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, 100%. Man, you know what? I've learned something. In 2026, I don't friggin' care, okay? I don't care. Right? I don't care. Like, I am not getting involved in all that dumb shit. I'm just not. I don't want to. You know what I want to do? This is what I want to do. Very, very simple. Okay? What I want to do, I would tell you exactly what I want to do. What I want to do right now is I want to talk a little birds. I want to talk a little NFL. And then I want to go put my feet up. And I'm going to watch the Sixers and the Nuggets. And then when that game's over, I'm going to pop back online. I'm going to do a little post game. Okay. We're going to talk about hopefully another Sixers win. Hopefully another VJ and Maxey masterpiece. And then I'm going to go down Wednesday. I'm going to be there live at the game at the Xfinity Center. Can't wait for that. Okay. And that's what I plan to do. I'm not going to get roped into all this craziness that's going to happen on local radio every single day on every single show. Right? Come on, man. I get it. I get it. But for me personally, I know. Listen, they get paid to do that, and they got to create an audience. They got to create arguments. They got to bring people, and not everybody, right? Not everybody, because I got a lot of respect for a lot of those people. And listen, man. Again, can I just say another season going to the playoffs? Devin Caney on the sideline, man, getting us what we need. I love seeing that, man. Like I do. I love seeing that. I love seeing the rise of specific people, man. People that have earned it. People that put their leg in all the way and took some heat, still take some heat, especially when you talk about the women's in sports narrative. But then go all in and get rewarded. So I'm definitely digging that for sure. But let's not even talk about this anymore. Let's just talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Let's talk about this opponent that we're going to face. All right. The whole resting, it's over. It's done with. Who cares? The only focus that we should have right now is winning another Super Bowl. I don't give a shit if it's home field. You can give me home records all day long. You can give me everything. Well, guess what? You can give me all the analytics in the world, and that wouldn't have changed Chris Boswell missing his first extra point in 4 years last night. That wouldn't have changed that, would it? How'd those analytics work out? That's what I'm saying. Like any given Sunday, man, in the NFL, you just never know what's going to happen. You just don't, right? You just don't know what's going to happen. But I know for sure one thing. That again, I will continue to say it. You go back. I'm gonna read it again because I love the tweet. John Stolonis or John Stolnis. I always say I add the I there. I don't know why. Okay, John Stolnis. We could see a scenario where the Eagles play Brock Purdy, beatable, Caleb Williams, very beatable, Sam Darnold, very beatable, to get to the Super Bowl. I don't care if it's at home or on the road. Those are the quarterbacks I want to play if I'm the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Think about it. Think about that. Can we talk about that? Right? That's the thing. Can we talk about that? But no, you know what's going to get run down your throat all week is the decision. The decision. The Sirianni decision. Listen, like I said, I ain't here to talk about that. Okay? I gave you my listen, I gave you my piece about it. I gave you exactly the way I felt. Now I'm over. I don't care. It's over. It's done. Okay. Now, right away, I need to focus on Kyle Shanahan. Right. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there. I've already seen it. Bring me Shanahan. Bring me Shanahan. Right. My boy Tom Arnone at A2D that will be hooking up Thursday night. Again, I already heard him. Bring me Shanahan. Bring me Shanahan. I'll tell you something, man. Just be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I don't care who's beat up, right? I don't care who's injured. It doesn't matter. It's a whole new ball game. It's just winner you go home. Doesn't matter. Injuries don't matter right now. Fatigue doesn't matter. Okay? Trends don't matter. Regular season's over. It's a new season. One game. One game. And don't think that the 49ers forgot, right? Don't think. And I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm just saying that I am not that guy that's going to sit here and just completely look past the other team. It's not going to do it because quietly to see the year that Christian McCaffrey had, oof, man, it is something that I did not foresee. I did not foresee. Christian McCaffrey, man, has had a hell of a year, right? A hell of a year. I know you saw a tweet out there earlier. I didn't read much into it, but, talk about the defense of the San Francisco 49ers. Fred Warner, possibly trying to be activated and get back in the mix for this big game. George Kittle, matchup nightmare, right? Simple. Matchup nightmare. Listen, again, this is not this is a very easy game to break down, in my opinion. And I know they're going to spend all week about it. I know every single radio show is going to spend an entire 3 to 4 hours talking about trying to break it down. And this is a very simple chess match. Very, very simple. You know what this is? This is Vic Fangio against Kyle Shanahan. This game's going to be won or lost on the defensive side for the Eagles and the offensive side on the Niners. That's simple, right? It's that simple. I am not even listen. The Eagles' offense is going to be questionable. The San Francisco 49ers defense is going to be questionable. But one thing's for sure, their offense is not questionable. The Eagles' defense is not questionable as long as they don't have to play any of the backups. My God, that was scary. Even though I will say this, loved every minute of watching Axeman Jr. getting that shot. And that was awesome, man. Brought some tears in my eyes. My man Adam checking in. What's up, Adam? Says defense wins championships. For sure. For sure. However, I will say this. You still have to run the ball. I said that to a couple of people before. Tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me. Everybody talks about defense wins championships. And I always point to what was 2000, 99, 2001, whatever Ravens team it was. I forget. I forget the year. I'm not going to sit here and trivia myself for the actual year, but yeah, their defense, elite defense, right? Listen, we all know Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, we get it all. However, did we all forget about Jamal Lewis? Right? Trent Dilfer was the quarterback. He stunk. Okay. But you had Jamal Lewis. I mean, let's think about this. Jamal Lewis. I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, you still need to do something on offense. You just can't be all defense and think that you're going to win. The 85 Bears, fantastic defense. They still needed an offensive game. I mean, people just think that you could just win defense alone. No, the defense can hold you game, but that offense needs to do something, right? Needs to do something. So I think just saying defense wins championships, I agree. It does. However, the offense still needs to score a little bit, right? The offense still needs to score a little bit. That Steelers and Ravens game was crazy, Adam. Unbelievable. I watched every minute of it, man. Every minute of it. And stick around for the top three because I'm gonna talk a little about Aaron Rodgers too. But man, I feel bad for the rookie, for the kicker, for Tyler Luke. I feel bad. That's the kind of stuff that like we talked about Kirkering, right? Like happened to Kirkering. And it's a little different. You're a kicker, but at the end of the day, man, to be a rook and be in that situation and to have all that heaviness on you and then it not go your way. It's not like you slipped. It's not like it was bad conditions. It's like, no, you just choked, which sucks, right? It sucks. But it was nice to see that team, support him, the camaraderie of the team. So yeah, he definitely felt the pressure, man. Rookies always feel the pressure, right? Always feel the pressure. They really do. Manually, yeah. Well, I'm gonna do another a Philly show tomorrow, Adam. We'll talk a little more on Magnally coming to the Phillies, and hopefully that I've been banging on the door for Bo Bichette. Is that going to work? I listen. I don't know. I wanted to. I wanted to. We shall see. Right? We shall see if it works. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. And before we get out of here, too, we'll talk a little. See if we got any bets lined up for the game tonight. Obviously, we look at the game. What I mean by that is the Sixers and the Nuggets. We'll grab a bet for everybody. That the game starts 8:30 tonight. Taking 8:30, which listen, it's be a good a good game to bet, right? It'd be a good game to bet. Maybe we can find a plus money play. We'll see. Just betting Sixers tonight, unless we see a really, really good, really good play for the Nuggets. We'll see. But I'd like to get I'd like to get a 3-point bet maybe and see if we. I mean, I see a couple already. We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get into that in a little bit. Embiid and George play tonight? I would have to look at that, Adam. I'm not sure. Haven't I don't know if the lines came out. We'll check that, right? We'll check that before we get out of here, for sure. Actually, I'll look at it right now and see if the sometimes they come out early, sometimes they don't. Uh Tyrese Maxey, we player of the week, 34.7 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game, 8.7 assists per game, man. Wow, amazing. Um I don't see nothing yet. Well, okay, Joe. Let's see. That's well, obviously we know about Jokic, right? We know about Jokic. So let's say active. Oh, Jabari Walker and Dominic Barlow are active. Which not no surprise. I don't see nothing yet. So we'll we'll see. Denver only has 9 available players, by the way, tonight. Right? Like they have like nobody, man. They have like nobody. Oh my god. It's crazy. Unbelievable. Sixers are giving off 14 and a half. 14 and a half. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's unbelievable. I don't think I remember. I don't know if I've ever remember them being wow. That's nuts. Now, based on live lines, I mean, they got everybody in here. They got Joel, they got Paul George. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, look, it's probably not going to bode well for me because I go down there Wednesday, right? So, yo, my man Rich checking in. What's up, Rich? He says, run them into the floor tonight and keep the pressure on. Exactly, exactly, Rich. You know that definitely. I just hope, I just hope that they play enough to where I get to see them when I go down there on Wednesday, right? I get to see that go down there on Wednesday. So everybody checking in, make sure you like and subscribe at Tony Cutillo Show on YouTube. Get over to that YouTube page, hit like, hit subscribe. Most appreciate it, man. We're starting to build. I'm having fun. We're doing it. Make sure you give us a follow everywhere at Tony Cutillo Show can be found. Most importantly on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. But getting back into this whole dilemma, of the Eagles. Like I said, I'm over it. I'm past it. I'm not going to keep talking about it. And right now, we're just looking towards. I love the Sunday game, by the way, at 4:30. Gotta love the Sunday game at 4:30. Um, I mean, come on, how can you not? Right? How can you not? I mean, right off the bat, man, right off the bat, and you see the Eagles open up as 4.5 point favorites. Niners are getting 4.5. That's obviously a line that'll probably move a little bit. I think that could probably get down closer to 3.5. I don't think it'll go up, to be honest with you. I don't. I think it may get closer, but I'm actually surprised it opened up at 4.5. I thought it would open up at 3.5. I mean, even the Chargers Patriots open up at 3.5. So over and under 44.5. Interesting, right? Interesting. Eagles money line minus 230. A lot of juice right there, obviously. But let's look at some storylines from today. I gave you. I'm not like me. I don't like to beat a dead horse unless somebody has questions about it. But that's my Philadelphia Eagles take. I'm over it. All right, it's in the past. Don't care. Rest, not rest. All I know is bring on the Niners. Let's get this game going. Let's get the road to the Super Bowl going, man. Let's get the roll to exactly, Rich. Nothing you can do now except concentrate on the Niners. You think the Eagles defense matches up well with the Niners offense? Yeah, I mean, Rich, that's what I was saying earlier, that this is this game is the chess match. Kyle Shanahan, Vic Fangio. Right? Now, I feel more comfortable this year than any other year because of how athletic our linebackers are. And the reason why is because you have to worry about Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey has one hell of a year. He's had one hell of a year. On listen, under the radar too. A lot of people don't even realize how good of a year that he had. Right? So having him click on all cylinders, you need that athletic linebacking core to be able to get out there when they need to. Right? You need that. So yeah, I'm definitely knowing that we've been developing a really good pass rush, especially up the middle. That's one thing, you need those athletic linebackers on the outsides because you're going to get that tremendous push up the middle with, obviously Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. The big ones contain are Kittle and McCaffrey. Yeah, I mean, so this is what you paid Zach Bond for, right? Like, let's be honest. You paid Zach Bond a shitload of money to be Zach Bond last year, which means, go out there and shut George Kittle down. Right? Again, let's think about it. That's what your job's going to be. Right? You earn your keep, bro. Earn your keep. And I listen, I have no doubt that he's going to play well. No doubt in my mind. And this is not going to be an easy game, though. Everybody just thinks it's going to be an easy game, but maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not scared of Brock Purdy. Sorry. I'm not scared of Brock Purdy. Just not. I'm just not. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, Rich. But right now, I definitely I think the odds are in the Eagles' favor. I don't think weather is going to be an issue. I don't. I think the Niners, listen, the one thing that they hurt on is wide receiver, right? They just do. Right? This isn't the receiving core that we're used to for the San Francisco 49ers. All that drama they had with Brandon Ayuk, and there's no more Debo, right? I mean, George Kittle is their number one receiver. Jawan Johnson or Jennings. I mean, listen, he's not, Kendrick Bourne, right? These, Ricky Pearsall has been good, but again, these aren't guys that just scare the shit out of me, man. When you're talking about Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, right? It's just when you have these guys. I mean, Quinyon Mitchell had. Can we just call it Mitchell Island, like Revis Island? I know they had the Guantanamo Bay, right? I get all that, but listen, man, this guy, he arguably had the best season for a shutdown corner since Darrell Revis in his prime. So when you don't have that guy on the other side that you really have to worry about, I mean, listen, why should I be feared? It's all about execution. It's all about execution, man. And you're right. There's another great point. The O-line is banged up for the San Francisco 49ers. They come in banged up. And we saw what happened last time we knocked Brock Purdy out, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. What I'm saying is this team should feast. Just how to execute. Right? Kyle Shanahan is a very, very good offensive mind. But you know what? Vic Fangio, man, I'm putting all the chips in my man Vic. Put all the chips in my man Vic. All right, like we like to do right here on Tony Cutillo Show, halfway through, we like to bring up, because again, this is not just Philly. I don't want to bore everybody talking about Philly, right? We're gonna hit the top three. We're talking about a future Hall of Fame quarterback. We're gonna talk about another heist when it comes to compensation in the draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. Another heist. And again, what the hell was Jonathan Gannon saying a few years ago? Doesn't really matter now, does it? So let's get right into it, like we always do, right here on the top three. You saw it, sports and everything else right here on the Tony Cutillo Show. The top three would take three, not top storylines, but three storylines that I'd like want to comment on, that I want to bring up, and we want to talk about, right? And we want to talk about. Let's get right in there. Let's get to number one. How about the Hassan Reddick compensation? Now, I don't know if you saw it or not. I don't know if you saw it or not. But the Philadelphia Eagles, again, continue to scam the entire NFL. They just do. The way they basically pick and place trades and picks and how they project the compensation is insane. It's why they hit more than they miss. And now it comes out today, and this is coming from Anthony DeBona at DeBona NFL, that the Eagles will officially receive the 68th overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft from the Jets in exchange for edge Hassan Reddick. Remember Hassan Reddick? The guy I was told by all the Philly fans, can't get rid of him. Can't get rid of Hassan Reddick. Oh, my God. What are we going to do? How are we going to get a pass rush? Remember all that? All the people crying, calling up WIP 975. Oh, my God. I can't believe we just pay him. Just pay him. What are we going to do? Jalix Hunt? Really? Yeah, you look like an idiot right now, obviously, right? Riddick recorded 1 sack in 10 games for the Jets. And guess how many he has over the last 2 seasons since leaving Philly? 3.5. Wow. Hassan, man, did you play your cards right, bro? My God. Man, you were right. Hassan, you should have been given top 5 edge rusher money. Absolutely. Man, when are you going to start trusting? When are you going to start trusting, man? I say all the time, when are you going to start trusting? These teams know more than you do, okay? They know more than you do. They do their homework. These aren't rash judgments, man. They do their homework. They knew what they were saying. They knew Hassan Reddick wasn't going to be worth the headache and the money. And now, lo and behold, guess what? They get a 68th overall pick, a 3rd-round pick in the 2026 NFL draft from the Jets. Thank you. And guess what we'll turn him into? We'll turn him into a stud offensive lineman, right? A stud offensive lineman, or who knows? Maybe we'll turn him into another wide receiver once they wind up trading A.J. Brown. Yeah, I did say it. Because you know it's coming. You know it's coming. But look, again, great move by the Philadelphia Eagles right there. So let's get to number 3. Number 3. Or I say number 2. I'm sorry. How about let's go Aaron Rodgers, misunderstood. I've heard over the last 2 years so many different things. Aaron Rodgers, oh man, this guy's ridiculous. Oh God, this guy doesn't care. This guy stinks. This guy's washed. Aaron just cares about himself. He don't care about anybody else, right? Are you serious? Hey, I had so many sound clips that I found of Aaron Rodgers where at the end of the game, I don't know if you saw it, with him and Mike Tomlin, where he says, thank you for bringing me here, right? Thank you for bringing me here. You think he was a problem this year? Like everybody says? Think he was a problem this year? Like everybody says? Right? I mean, and then you see the complete disrespect from the New York Jets, which is why the New York Jets stink. They're always going to stink. The organization blows. They're terrible. Okay, there's a reason why. Because guess what? Remember when they made Aaron Rodgers fly all the way across the country? They rehashed it again. Was it today or they rehashed it again today or the other day on the Pat McAfee show, right? Where Aaron Glenn gets the job. They make Aaron fly across the country, and 20 seconds into the meeting, they said they plan on getting rid of him. And They couldn't have done it by the phone. They couldn't do anything. And you got to listen to it. Very interesting. Very interesting because they didn't know what to say to him. They had no idea, right? That's why the Jets stink. And they're always going to stink. But again, right there, Aaron Rodgers gets not only disrespected by the fans, but gets disrespected by people within the NFL. Right? I don't know if you watched that game. Did you see that dot he threw to Adam Thielen? See it? Come on, man. Why do we continue to disrespect Aaron Rodgers? And let me just say this too. How about can we just talk? Again, with the reporters, Melissa Starr? Come on, Melissa. Come on, Melissa. Like honestly, man. At the end of the game, they just win a thriller, right? And the first thing that you're asking them about is retirement. Are you serious? That game, the way they had to claw and fight their way back. And the first thing, well, okay, not the first, the second thing, your rebuttal to him, okay, was asking if he's going to ride this off into the sunset. I mean, listen, I stuck up for Laura Rutledge because I think that Justin Herbert was being a ball bag with her. But when you talk about Aaron Rodgers and this right here, I think it's on the other way. Now I can see why sometimes maybe they do that. I mean, Aaron laughed it off a little bit, and then she responds, "Had to ask." I don't know why. Come on, why? Why did you have to ask? That's when he loses, Melissa. That's when he loses, not when he wins. That's when he loses. I mean, like again, I always say, read the room, man. Read the room. Can we please read the friggin' room? Yeah, that was a dime either, Rich. You got it, brother. You saw it. You saw it. I think in the first 4 rounds next year, he says that the Eagles have 20 picks in the next 2 years. It's ridiculous. He says, yeah, stupid question. Let the guy finish the season. Exactly. You let him finish the season first. All right. Now let's get to the last top 3 here. And can we talk about Jonathan Gannon being completely clueless? Jonathan Gannon being completely clueless. You got fire in your gut? Do you got fire in your gut? Come on, man. Like, let's play. I'm going to play this for you guys. All right? I'm going to play this. First time top 3. We'll go live clip here. I want to see if you guys all remember this. Okay? Let's see if you remember this. This is things I remember saying, right? That when he just took he takes over. All right, let me share this. Let me share my screen because this is a good one. You guys are going to want to see this. If you haven't remembered this, I'm going to refresh your memory a little bit. Okay, I'm going to refresh your memory a little bit. All right, here we go. Ready? Ready for this one? Listen to this.
Welcome back. Who drove over here? Quick, let me see your hands. Who took the bus? Did you have fire in your gut?
What?
Did you? We're here for a reason. Don't get that twisted. Okay, we're here for a reason to win games. So if you didn't have that fire in your gut, you better light the fire pretty fast. Welcome back.
Like, are you serious? Does that make you want to go out and rip a wall down? Dude, this dude was clueless from the beginning. We all knew he wasn't going to work out. He cashed a paycheck. He got it. Now he's gone. He's another guy who needs to listen. I get it. Listen, go get your payday. Go get your bag. That's fine. Another guy just needs to be a coordinator, man. You're not a head coach. Just stick to being a coordinator. Be a drop dead coordinator, man. Go out there and kick ass on defense. Perfect your craft. Make your money. And just do your thing. I mean, like, what the hell was that? My man Javon checking in says, Gannon is the perfect example. Exactly. Javon, we're always on the same page, bro. It's funny. I was saying that before I even read your comment, right? He can't command. I mean, how do you command a locker room like that? Yeah. Who drove the bus today? What? Do you see them players? Looking like, what the hell was this guy talking about? This is our new coach? This is the guy that we're running out there for? Like, at the end of the day, that's what's crazy to me. You look at this and you're like, look, this guy, he just can't hold a locker room. Just like you said, Javon. And that's why, listen, Shane Steichen, he's a head coach. Now, he's going to be fighting for his job next year. Right? He's going to, well, you can see it. He's different. He gets guys to play for him. He can command a locker room. So, yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's Jonathan Gannon. I did not expect it. Again, that was the top three today, brought to you by Rise and React Media, my media company. Absolutely. So let's get into this. Let's close out the show with some picks, man. Right? Because we got a football, or we got a basketball game tonight in South Philly with those Sixers and those Nuggets. Right? Let's look at the betting lines. Let's see what we got here. And again, if anybody has seen anything, because as I'm live here, I'm not really looking at any of the new reports that have come out. But if you know of somebody, so right now I see that everybody's playing for the Sixers. So it looks like to me that everybody is playing for the Sixers. So we're going to go by that. And listen, let's share the screen and bring up DraftKings a little bit, and let's see where we're at, man. Let's see if we can find a good bet tonight for the 76ers game. So let's look. So right off the bat, there's still 14 and a half point favorites. Unbelievable. 14 and a half point favorites. Let's where we got with the points, man, because here's another thing. The Nuggets only have 9 active players. Okay? 9 active players tonight. So because they only have 9 active players, what does that mean for us? That means this game probably is going to get out of hand, which means be very careful. Be very careful with the Sixers and the starters, right? Be careful with Joel Embiid. Be careful with Paul George, right? Me personally, this seems like to me, a Jarrett McCain, Quentin Grimes kind of night, right? Quentin Grimes. I can tell you right now, Q Dog. Let's throw this up there right now, man. We're gonna ride the plus money train. Plus money, 12 and a half. Give me the over 12 and a half points for Quentin Grimes at plus 101 right now. Plus 101 right now for Quentin Grimes. I'm going to throw that out there right here on the Tony Cutillo Show. We're going to throw that bet out there tonight for the Sixers game. I'm going to take that over 12 and a half points at plus money for Quentin Grimes. He is the sixth man, right? Even if in a blowout, he's going to get some more minutes. So I like that. I do. I like it. I like it. Let's see if we got any 3-point plays here, and see where we're going at the over and unders on the threes. Look at I'd be afraid with the Maxey and the George Betts. Tonight, look at VJ Edgecombe. Look at that juiced up number, over 1.5 at minus 187. Why the hell would you even bet that number, right? Why would you even bet that number? That's a terrible number. Not a lot of great looks for threes. How about rebounds? Rebounds can be sneaky. You can get a good rebound number. And these numbers, as you see, they're changing. They're changing, right? They're changing. Look at the Quentin Grimes number. That's how much you missed it. Live right there, changed to over 11 and a half at minus 128. Right? I told you that number was too good to be true. So if you smashed it that quick, you got it. But now you already dropped. Minus 128. A lot of juice. A lot of juice came out of that, man. A lot of juice came out of that. So I'm still on it, man. I'm still on it. I had it set. Okay, that was on a plus money prop train. We got Quentin Grimes over 12 and a half. I like it. Should be a fun game. Should be a fun game tonight. And again, if anybody's going down to the game on Wednesday, I'll be there on Wednesday. So give me a shout out, man. For real, give me a shout out. I'd love to pound it out. Have some fun. I'll be down there with my son. Can't wait. My man, see the job checking in. See getting people on ESPN. Right? See getting people on ESPN wearing Thorpe jerseys, man. I saw it, see it. See is always making connections, brother. See is always making connections. I love seeing, man. He's the best. See, it says Gannon had Kyler Murray. That's a big issue. Exactly. And remember, see, what did I always say? Whether it was me and you on Sirius, whether it was me and you on Win Daily, whatever. What did I always say? Kyle, and you agree, Kyler Murray will never win a Super Bowl. Ever. He's just not that kind of player. Now you're seeing it, right? So yeah, he had Kyler Murray. Stefanski didn't have a quarterback. I like Stefanski, by the way. I like Stefanski, say it. I do. I think he did wrong. I think it's super hard to be a head coach in Cleveland with all the issues that they had out there. So yes, I've always been a Kevin Stefanski truther. I think he is an offensive mastermind. I think he gets it. I think he's a great human being. I think he understands how to control a locker room, and I think he never even had a chance because of all the bullshit that he dealt with Jimmy Haslam out there in Cleveland. So wherever he goes next, wherever Kevin Stefanski goes next, I am telling you, man, they are going to get a gem. And it's funny. See, I remember I dropped a TikTok like in the beginning of the year. And it was about like Dylan Gabriel. And Dylan Gabriel had like 2 good games. And I was hyping up the game plan for Kevin Stefanski. And I was like, man, Kevin Stefanski's game plan was great for Dylan Gabriel. And I got railroaded, bro. They were killing me. The people for Cleveland, he stinks. We hate Kevin Stefanski. He needs to go. I'm like, what? I'm like, really? See, that's where that's why Cleveland's a problem, man. You don't even know how good you have it sometimes. This was never about Kevin Stefanski. It's about Jimmy Haslam and the ownership of the Cleveland Browns. It's always been about that. Come on, man. Look at that team, bro. Look at that team. Kevin Stefanski. You bring him somewhere. I'm curious. Say, do you think he gets a head coaching job again? Or do you think he needs to reinvent himself as an OC? Because I think he's going to get a head coaching job. I do. I think people know that there's a problem out there in Cleveland. I think that he has a big enough sample size of big game wins, and again, of camaraderie within the team that I think that he gets a head coaching job. But I'm curious if you think that he's going to have to take an OC job. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, could you imagine Kevin Stefanski with Cam Ward in Tennessee? Right? Think about it. I don't know. We'll see. I just want him to go somewhere where he has good faith and ownership can give him a good support base, because I think he's too good of a coach to not be able to be afforded the opportunity and the support of his ownership to give him a fighting chance. So I'm a big Stefanski guy, Kevin Stefanski guy, big Stefanski guy. So we shall see. I mean, we shall see what happens. Rich says, can the Eagles get Kevin for OC next season? I saw a lot of people talking about that, man. Rich, I'm going to continue to say, I'm very, very speculative when I always ask the question, why does everybody just feel it's definitely Kevin Patullo, right? Like, you sure it's not Nick Sirianni? Just saying. Everybody, what just makes everybody absolutely feel it's Kevin Patullo? Like, I've always said that. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. I think the playoffs, even though they tell you you're not judged in the playoffs, I do think with the playoffs, I think we'll be telling to see what happens. But yeah, I love Stefanski. See, I think he gets I think personally he gets a job. Should be interesting though. I'm waiting for his second turn for sure, because I think he's got a lot to offer. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here. We got the Sixers tipping off in about 20 minutes against Denver. Right, we already had the bet of the night, which was Quentin Grimes over 12.5 points at plus 108. Right now, it's sitting at over 11.5 at minus 128. I gotta go check my odd shopper book, my portfolio EV, and see where the best number is. So check that out. Make sure you're getting involved. And again, if you want to get on the free picks page, it's very, very easy. Hit this QR code right here, free plays. It's no catch, no money. Right there, you get the free plays all in one page. Whatever I give out, it's basically what it is. Not charging anybody for that, for sure. A lot of free plays, courtesy of Odd Shopper tails. As always, right here on the Tony Cutillo Show, I'd like to thank everybody for their support, their continued support, their subscribes, their notifications, everybody checking in. As always, the content is getting better, the support is getting better, the consistency is getting better. We're gonna go watch again. Immediate coaching job. Sia says, okay. Then we're on the same page. Saying we are on the same page. Immediate coaching job. So yes, we will be seeing Kevin Stefanski on the sidelines. On the sidelines. I'll be back probably later tonight with a little pregame, a little post game for the 76ers. After that Nuggets and Sixers game, do a little post game, or it might be just a live instant reaction. We shall see. But I know I'll be back tomorrow night as well. I want to break down each of these playoff matchups from a betting standpoint. The over and under, some DFS plays, also some bets as always. We'll get that in there as well. So continue to follow at Tony Cutillo Show on all social formats and the Tony Cutillo Show right here on YouTube. Everybody, as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Catch you back here next time. Yeah.